Alright, so last episode, finally, I promise you. And this time it's about a very, very important topic. And without this topic, you wouldn't be able to use any of the information that I've given you before. And that is how to set proper goals, proper plans for your fitness regimen. So, what I always recommend is following the SMART goal rule. Now, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time based. So every goal in your life, and fitness is not an exception, you have to follow the SMART rule to make sure that it's something that you can adapt to in your lifestyle. So, SMART stands for, again, specific, which means that your goal has to be specific. Like, your goal shouldn't be a general thing, like, I want to lose weight. You should specify how much weight you want to lose. So I'd like to lose 5 kilos. That's specific. Losing weight is not a specific goal. Or I would like to lose 3% body fat. Or I would like to have abs. Now, people think that having abs is a general goal, but to me it isn't, because having abs is um, like being at a 10% body fat. So if you know your body fat percentage, then having abs is just less than that until you reach 10%. So I'll talk about this more in detail. Now, moving on to measurable. This is another thing that people don't do properly when they don't track. I always recommend that my clients, my friends, anyone who's into the gym, to always track their progress from the weights they're lifting, from the food they're eating, from their weights every single day, etc., etc. So, measurable again stands for the way that you're gonna measure your progress. So, if your plan is to lose 5 kilos, then you can say that I would like to measure it with my kitchen scale, something like that, my toilet scale in the morning, stuff like that. So, now you get the point. Specific, the amount of kilos you'd like to lose. Measurable, how you're gonna measure the weight loss. And moving on to attainable, which is A. Attainable means that it's something that's easy for you to do. Like if I was in Abu Dhabi and I said, okay, I want to lose weight and I want to do that by going to the gym, and the gym is in Dubai, then that's not attainable, because it's going to be very difficult for me to go to Dubai and I wouldn't be able to stick to a program. Now, moving on to realistic. If my goal was, say, I want to lose 50 kilos and I want to do it in 1 month, then that's not realistic. So to make goals that are going to make sure that you're gonna stick to them, they have to be realistic, they have to make sense for you to be able to stick to them and not give up. The last point is time based. So you can't just say I want to lose 5 kilos. You need to specify when the weight loss has to happen. So 5 kilos in 2 months. That's specific and time-based goal. Now, to put it into more frame, the perfect SMART goal would be me saying I want to lose 5 kilos. I will check my progress using a scale that I have at home every Friday morning. And I want to do that by going to the gym that's in my building for the next 3 months. That is a SMART, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based goal that you can stick to. Now, how I plan my goals is, going back to the point that I mentioned in the specific point, and that is by calculating body fat percentage. So many people know that to be able to see your abs, you need to be at around 10% body fat. So how I do this is, say I'm at 16% body fat and I weigh 100 kilos. So the way to calculate it, to make this goal a SMART goal, is to check how much you should weigh at 10% body fat. So Now I'm 100 kilos at 16% body fat. I need to lose 6% body fat to get to 10% body fat. Now 6% body fat out of 100 kilos, that's 6 kilos. Am I making sense? So 16% body fat of 100 kilos, that's 16 kilos of fat that I have in my body. I want to get to 10% body fat, which is around 10 kilos. Then I need to lose 6% body fat, which is 6 kilos. So that means I want to lose 6 kilos of pure fat. Now, I mentioned this before, and to be able to burn 1 kilo of fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit of 7,000 calories. So for every 7,000 calories that you're consuming, less than the amount that you need, you burn 1 kilo of fat. So to do the math, you need to multiply 7,000 by 6, and that will give you the total amount of calories that you need to burn or consume, less than the amount you need to be able to lose those 6 kilos. So when you get that number, you divide it by the number of weeks that you are planning to do that program for. So let's say you got a number of it's gonna be 32,000 divided by like 4. So it's gonna be like, say, an 800 calories per day. Well, I messed up. Anyway, you do the math. I do my own math. God, I messed up big time. Anyway, so you get the point now. Do your math. I'm a doctor. I'm not a mathematician. So yeah, do that, and once you do that, it can be easy for you to stick to a diet that has that amount of calories that you need to be consuming. So when you get that number, you divide it from the amount of calories that you need to maintain your weight on a daily basis. Like when you divide that number by the amount of weeks, you divide that by 7 to get how many calories you need to be consuming less every day, and you subtract that from the amount that you should be consuming to maintain weight. Anyway, that's it. That's the last episode. I promise you, I messed up big time in the end, but I hope that you guys have liked this. And again, if you have any other suggestions, don't send them to me, please, because I don't want to make another ending to this very amazing series where I just sit here, have strangers stare at me for staring at my phone in my car, and watching people just pass by. It's weird. So I don't want to do this anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Honestly, I hope you get some benefits. If you get one piece of information out of this, then I'm happy. Even though it took me a lot of time to do all of this shit, but you guys are worth it, or so I think. See you guys next time, or never. Bye.